Welcome back to the channel. Come on then, guys. We've got to talk about this one. Everton, have they been robbed of 10 points for breaking one offence? They broke the profit and sustainability because of the tax bill on their new stadium. It's a madness, mate, especially when you consider teams like Man City, for example, having over 100 charges. How have they moved 116 in it or something? Something mental. Regardless, one charge to that many and they've moved this quick on Everton.
I think the moved quick on Everton thing, apparently it's been going on for 2 years. They've been investigating this.
Oh, really?
So if that is the case and one charge has given them a 10-point deduction, City are going to the conference, surely.
Yeah. It's taken them 2 years to do
like
one
years.
charge.
Yeah, it's like,
how long is it going to take?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's probably not in the next decade.
Here's a theory, though. Like, on one side of things, okay, I get that. Obviously, it's saying it's been going on for 2 years, but I feel like Man City's been going on for like 4. And on top of that,
I think they only
are they more scared to punish teams like City and Chelsea because it would have a bigger impact on the league? And the repercussions, obviously, if they start going back as well, and you've seen it, like if they go back like 4, 5, 6 years, they're like, all right, well, Liverpool wins the Premier League that year, FA Cups, League Cups, like that. It's easier to punish Everton than it is for teams like City. And
also, it's the money side as well, isn't it? City can afford the biggest lawyers, the best lawyers in the world. And are they going to get off of it because they've got the best?
Yeah, but it's for Everton's point of view, it's a bit. It's obviously harsh.
It's so harsh
because it's for a bill for their new stadium.
Yeah, 10 points is crazy. I mean, like 3 points or something like that would have been like, fair enough.
Like they've been scraping around,
but they've thrown a book at them. They've they're setting an example, aren't they? If anyone does it, then you're going to get.
Yeah, but you say they're setting an example. City and Chelsea have been doing this for years.
Yeah, that's what I think. I don't think until the City and the Chelsea investigations are finished, I don't think we can really judge it. If it does come out, if they do get out off or they get a lighter sentence.
Yeah, but now...
Or fines. Because apparently they talk about fines. How does that work?
No, now you've got teams like Burnley, Southampton and Leicester all fucking suing them for 300 million.
Yeah, what? Because
I'm assuming it because of relegation or whatever. I'm assuming it's because...
last season, yeah. But I just, when I first heard about it, I was like, that's harsh. And I was fuming because I was like, how could City get away with it and that these be done? But then actually... you can't judge it until we know.
That's fair enough. Like, is it going to set a precedent? And then, because you've got teams like Wolves have been treading financial fair play for a while now. Obviously, Newcastle potentially. To be fair, they've probably got their thing. If anything, as a Spurs fan, we're probably going to end up all right, mate. Levy being a stiffer ass is probably going to play to our advantage.
And we're obviously always by the books, and that's what's really frustrating because obviously we lost to City by 2 points, 2 different seasons. So if they do end up getting done. That's going to be hard to take, but it's just how it is. But yeah, for Everton, I think luckily this season...
Well, we spoke about it. Yeah, the 3 teams.
The 3 teams down the bottom was shocking. When I first looked at it, I was like, oh my God,
it couldn't have happened in a better season for them.
And then actually I looked at the table, I was like, they win their next game, they're out of the relegation.
Yeah, exactly. And we've both pipped them to beat United as well.
Bearing in mind, like if you assume the 3 down there aren't all going to win their next game, which obviously they're highly unlikely.
It does. The thing, obviously, like we said, it is probably the best season with Sheffield and Luton. Obviously, almost a guarantee to go down, and Burnley just haven't been performing. But obviously, that little buffer's been taken away now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they didn't start a great Everton, but they've been finding a bit of form now. Obviously, that could all fall down. They're going to have another little bad spell at some point. But hopefully it's enough for them. Because it is harsh. It's not like... that's the thing. If it happened to City, Chelsea or something, you'd be like, well, fair enough. They've been spending billions and millions for years now. Like... they deserve to get punished in a way.
What I would say on that though is Everton have spent a lot of money.
Yeah, but they've spent it wrong.
They're spending a lot of money and they're not bringing that money in. Whereas at least City and Chelsea are bigger. They're bringing more money in.
Yeah, true. But then
they have spent.
Everton have been knocking about.
They've outspent us by millions. Yeah, but then it's not like they haven't spent. I don't think they're innocent here.
Well, yeah, but in the last 2 or 3 years, have they spent that much money?
No, but it's not.
I remember that year.
Remember, it's 2 years. It's the longer period. Isn't it? It's when they were splashing all that cash and all that. I can't remember who they bought. That's how bad they spent.
Well, it was like Sigerson and all them around that point.
They just spent it all on.
They spent like 50, 60 million on like 10s. They didn't need more 10s. They had 3 or 4 at the club already.
Yeah.
But then obviously you had that season where they got like, and I think it was it Rafa Benitez last season or first year? I can't remember now. He got Townsend and Damari Gray on a free, and then he got like Begovic or something in goal. Yeah. And you were like, well, I think that was like the start of the downturn for Everton. They've been fighting relegation for years now. So to kick them whilst they're down almost when they're just on a little bit of like a resurgence.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it feels harsh. Obviously, like you said, you've set the point like we don't know what's going to happen to the other clubs. So more punishments. We could finish the season. City and Chelsea have been relegated. Wolves have been deducted like 10, 15 points, and another couple of clubs that we don't even know about have done something wrong. So it's all up in the air at the minute, but obviously we had to address it because it's fresh.
I think, well, one thing for me as well is, I think, because it's the first time it's happened, it kind of opens up a can of worms, doesn't it? Like you say about the teams making wanting legal action.
Yeah.
Where does it stop?
That's what I mean.
Like, if you start doing this to all these teams, there's so many teams affected.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You say about City and Chelsea, like, people get, all right, you're now the cup winner because they wouldn't have had these points.
I don't think
you're getting on the role reverse now, though. If with Wolves and Everton, when they're fighting relegation, if a team got relegated and they're like, well, if they had them 10 points there, then we would have been relegated. Like, as we see now, they're getting sued for 300 million. Like I said, it can happen to others. It's just going to be chaos.
Do you think that if City, for example, are found to be guilty, do you think they'd strip titles and cups, or do you think they'd just relegate them? Because like Everton haven't got any. This is not even a dig, but Everton haven't got any cups.
Yeah, well, that's the point I was making. So like, are they more scared to do like City and that lot? Yeah, but I don't know, because for one charge, if they've done 10 points, 160 or 115, whatever it is, you've got to throw the book at that. That's got to be stripped titles.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's strip the titles, but then all the winnings they'd have to pay back as well, surely. Surely.
I mean,
but because like for City, it's not the same. Everton 10-point deduction is massive. They could go down, right? If you relegated City to the Championship, they'd probably sell a couple of their players.
Yeah,
they'd keep the majority of them, and they'd win the league like with record points.
Yeah,
so it's not, what is it, a 1-year punishment? It's not.
That's why you
strip
the titles.
That's why you have to strip titles, or you put them down to conference. Remember, Rangers went down in Scottish League.
I can't remember if they went down to like Div 2, didn't
conference,
they?
Like the Scottish.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But how much of a detrimental effect would that have on the Premier League as a brand to kick City out?
I don't think the Premier League are reliant on City at all. We've got so many big clubs. I think it's the same. Because all you think about it.
But okay,
right? Say they went down to the conference, right? Haaland, De Bruyne, all of them. I mean, they might leave the league, but they might sign for another Premier team. They're not going to stay, are they? Okay, Haaland might go Madrid.
Yeah, true.
De Bruyne might go. I mean, I don't know.
But it's the competitive nature, isn't it? I know, obviously, City are washing the league.
It'd probably be better for the league.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Right then, guys, let us know in the comments then. Do you think the punishment's harsh on Everton? And what do you think the punishment should be for the likes of City and Chelsea going forward, and any other teams you can think of? Make sure you like and subscribe, and we shall see you in the next one.